So the Charlotte Hornets, formerly known as the Charlotte Bobcats, they used to be the Charlotte Bobcats, if you didn't know. They've drafted some crazy teams. I mean, some crazy players. Did I say teams? I meant to say players. They drafted crazy players. LaMelo Ball, Larry Johnson. They've drafted Kemba Walker, Alonzo Mourning, Brandonmiller. They've drafted all these good players, including even Kobe Bryant. And finally, it's starting to come into fruition. The team is coming together, notably with LaMelo Ball. Okay, forget about the fact that the Charlotte Hornets are going to make the playoffs, right? The Charlotte Hornets have not made the play-in or the playoffs since 2015 and 2016 season. And they won 48 games. Now, I guess maybe you can blame the fact that the play-in tournament and the amount of games that you can win to get into the play-in tournament has made it easier for them, seeing that if you, I guess, win 30 or so games, you could possibly get into the playoffs, but you have to win a certain amount of games to get into the playoffs based on the play-in. And this team is on fire, okay? This team has been a below 500 team, and for some reason this year, the chemistry is there, the glue is there, they're meshing together, which is good, which is great for the league, which is great for people who stay in Charlotte, North Carolina. I mean, I'm not talking about myself here, not at all. Okay, I actually stay close to North Carolina, but I'm just saying. All right. So apparently the Charlotte Hornets have dug themselves out of a complete hole here in the NBA this season. And I'm here to talk about it. Really, we're going to talk about it today. So before we hop right into this video, be sure to like and subscribe so we can get right into it. And first off, I want to cover the fact that this team seems more like a Golden State chemistry type of team. Like they genuinely look like they love playing with each other, and it's good to watch, to be honest. And their roster is not even super, it's not any super big names on the roster. These are just glue guys who like to play together and have a lot of talent. So let's look at here. Earlier this season, they were actually at the bottom of the standings. They were out of playoff contention. They were below the Trailblazers. They were below most of these teams that were in their conference. And throughout the past few weeks, basically months, they've had a higher ratio of winning games and losing games. And they've beaten teams that are actually positioned themselves in the playoffs already. So not play-in teams, actual teams that are already in the playoffs. Teams that could lose the rest of their games for the rest of this year and still make the playoffs. Those type of teams, like the Boston Celtics, which they beat back in March or early March. I mean, it's incredible how this team is playing, and it's not all LaMelo Ball. I know it's LaMelo Ball's team. He's the captain of the team, but obviously his trick shots and all his fancy footwork and dribbling is not going to win every single game. Each player on the team has to contribute, and this team itself has contributed in many ways, shapes, and forms. Also, out of the 9 games that they played this month, they've went 6-3. And the month's not over yet. So let's look at some of the teams that they beat so far this month. We have, starting on March 3rd, we have the Mavericks and the Hornets, 117-190. We have on March 4th, the Hornets and the Celtics, 118-89. March 6th, they lost to the Heat, 128-120. The Hornets played the Suns. They lost to the Suns, 111-99. And then March 10th, the Hornets beat the Trailblazers, 103-101. And then March 11th, the Hornets beat the Kings, 117-109. March 14th, the Hornets lost to the Spurs, 102-115. And then on the 17th of March, the Heat beat the Hornets, or the Heat lost to the Hornets, 136-106. And then yesterday, the Hornets beat the Magic, 130 to 111. So it shows here that when the Hornets do actually win, they win by a good large spread. Let me ask you guys some questions. Okay, so let's say the Charlotte Hornets do get into the playoffs. Where would you like them to be positioned, and what team would you like for them to play? Honestly, if the Charlotte Hornets do get into the playoffs, if they could just go on ahead and take off on Detroit Pistons, and this is not including the play-in, because the play-in, that's considered just getting into the playoffs. Say they get into the playoffs, go on ahead and take out the Detroit Pistons. That would be great, you know? And it would say a lot for the Charlotte Hornets. But we will see when the playoffs do start. We still got a couple more weeks left. I do think the team is doing great. And if you agree with me, make sure to like and subscribe to this video. I will see you guys next time, and take care.